details as far as the ASI affidavit is concerned, and this is what it goes on to say. No damage will be caused to the structure while carrying out the survey. Remember, this was one of the concerns that had been raised as far as the Muslim side is concerned. What we're also understanding is the GPR and photo documentation, in fact, would be carried out. The survey also says, the ASI affidavit, I beg your pardon, also says, instead of damage, reservation of the artifacts, in fact, would be done. The affidavit further says not even a single brick or stone would be taken out. As I pointed out, these were the concerns that had been raised by the Muslim side, that there will be damage to the structure, there will be damage as far as the Wazukhana is concerned. Now this affidavit, in fact, is clarifying that there will be no damage as far as the existing structure is concerned, and there will be not even one single brick that in fact will be taken out. Let's also now bring in our legal correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar, who's in fact getting us these details. Now, Ananya, details of this affidavit becomes very crucial because these were the exact pain points that had been raised by the Muslim side, where they had voiced their concerns, saying that if this survey does happen, then the structure will be damaged, the Wazukhana will be impacted. The affidavit goes on to say that in fact it's the opposite, because not a single brick will be taken out from what its current position is.
Well, definitely the Archaeological Survey of India in its affidavit before the Allahabad High Court, and not only Allahabad High Court, but in fact the Solicitor General of India too had made the similar statement before the Supreme Court as well, that no kind of a damage to any of the structure would be carried out. And in fact a very important point that comes out from this affidavit is, and what has been stated by the Archaeological Survey of India, first, that Archaeological Survey of India is the competent body to carry out such surveys. They are professionals, and not only professionals but have been granted this right under the Constitution of India as well to carry out such surveys. They are the competent body for it. And the second big thing that they say in this affidavit is that the fear of damage should not have been there, because the Archaeological Survey of India does not damage in fact the artifacts, but in fact preserves those artifacts. It won't damage that artifact. In fact, if at all there is some artifact that is exposed, it will actually preserve that particular artifact. What they further go on to say is that no kind of a damage to the bricks or not even a single stone, the smallest of the smallest stone, would be done if at all there is a survey that is carried out. Now the techniques also have been discussed by the ASI. They say that they will be carrying out GPR, that is the ground penetrating radar surveys, that I have already pointed out to you what they are. Apart from that, GPS surveys would also be used, that is ground positioning system that is used in our daily life, like in the Google Maps, would be used in order to check that particular area. Not only that, but also that various other modern techniques of dating would be used in order to check the archaeological age and to check the character of those artifacts that would be there at the Gyanvapi site. And the Wazukhana will not be touched, is what has been very, very clearly and categorically stated. And the Archaeological Survey of India has given this undertaking to the Allahabad High Court. Now, there seems no point actually at this point of time to actually challenge this particular order, because the main concern, and if you remember that the Allahabad High Court Chief Justice who was hearing this particular matter had questioned the Muslim side also, do they fear something like Babri would actually happen? And very categorically the Muslim side had affirmed to it, saying that they fear that something like the Babri incident could actually happen. But all these claims, all these fears of the Muslim side are dumbed down by this affidavit that has been filed by the Archaeological Survey of India, and there seems a little no kind of opposition to this particular survey that would be carried out by the Archaeological Survey of India. However, the Muslim side lawyers have confirmed to CNN News 18 that they will be deciding on their strategy only after the final order of the Gyanvapi case comes out. What we have also been told is that the order runs into almost 200 to 300 pages, and that's the reason why it will take a little time to actually upload it and to make it available to the councils in this particular case. So we'll have to wait for the detailed order copy to come in as to what the reasonings are when the court has allowed this survey and said that it is in the interest of justice that such a survey is actually carried out. So we'll have to wait for that. But at the same point of time, all the fears of the Muslim side has now come down. But whether or not they'll approach the Supreme Court, whether the survey would be able to carry out or not, all these questions answered in a short while from now when in fact the order copy comes out.
Okay, Ananya, we'll have to leave that conversation there. Keep a close eye on all those developments for us.